The perfect finish is like a woodworker's hunt for the Holy Grail. I found my Holy Grail, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what it is, why I love it so much, and how to apply it. In the past, I've been a big proponent of shellac, but no more, my friends. My new favorite finish, hands down, is a hard wax oil, specifically the original hard wax oil by Osmo Polyx. Real quick, before we get further into the video, I just want to clarify that this is not sponsored by Osmo in any way. Out of curiosity for the product, I contacted Osmo's US distributor and requested some samples. That's it. This is what's left from my sample can, and I love the stuff so much I went out and bought more with my own money to make this video. Okay, resume. Osmo Pollux was invented as a hardwood floor finish. Lately though, it's been catching on in the woodworking and furniture world, and for good reason. It's extremely easy to apply, almost impossible to screw up, and leaves a beautiful, lustrous, protective, satin finish that just feels right when you touch it. I know you can't touch through a video, but you can hear it. Check this out. Left side is Osmo Pollux, right side is 4 coats of shellac and a coat of paste wax, my old finishing method. You can hear how the Pollux is smoother to the touch. Before I show you how I prefer to apply it, let me tell you why I love this stuff so much. It's both a penetrating finish and a surface finish, meaning the natural plant oils penetrate into the wood, nourishing and protecting it there, while the natural hard waxes stay on top, leaving a protective surface finish. It's all natural, minus the solvent. The oils and waxes are all plant-based. At one point, Osmo was going to use a citrus-based solvent, but it turns out that can be more harmful to humans than the benzene-free, low-odor mineral spirits that they currently use as a solvent. If you've seen my tool chest video, then you know how easy this stuff is to repair. Unlike shellac, or lacquer, poly, etc., where you have to strip the entire piece back to bare wood to repair the finish. With Osmo, you just have to strip the affected area, and it's on par with the same durability as those other finishes, plus you can repair it very easily. It may not seem like it, but it's faster than shellac. Yes, shellac dries very quickly, but it actually takes longer than you think to fully cure. So while you're applying 4+ coats of shellac and waiting for the proper amount of time to cure, I've already applied my 2 coats of Pollux and have been getting shop work done in between because the hard wax doesn't attract dust as badly as other wet finishes do. It doesn't encapsulate your work in plastic. I personally hate the feel of a thick polyurethane finish. It feels like exactly what it is, plastic. I understand it has its place, like a bar countertop. But other than that, I want my wood to feel like wood when I touch it. And lastly, the application is simple, combining several steps into one, making the process very easy. Let me show you how. Prep your stock by sanding up to about 150 to 180 grit. Don't go much higher than that. Higher grits essentially burnish the wood and close the pores, making it very hard for the oil to penetrate like it's supposed to. I prefer to prep my stock with a card scraper when I can. Side tip. You can use your marking gauge to cut thin strips off your blue tape. Not really finish related, but a neat trick I used for this video. Depending on your project, there are many ways to apply Osmo. Rollers for large flat areas, pads too, brushes for larger projects with lots of nooks and crannies, but my favorite way to apply Osmo is with a non-abrasive white pad cut into small squares. Osmo Pollux does best when it's applied sparingly, meaning very little goes a long way. That's why even though the price tag on this stuff is up there, the cost per square foot is very reasonable. After stirring the daylights out of it, I'll use the white pad to apply a thin coat of Pollux to the workpiece using small circles. For wood species with a higher oil content like walnut and teak, you'll need to apply an initial coat of Osmo's thinned hard wax oil first. After the first coat is applied, I wait about 10 minutes before coming back and buffing off any excess with another white pad. I make sure to spread out my applicators on a concrete surface to dry, since spontaneous combustion is possible. After they've dried, I soak them in water and throw them out. 8 to 12 hours later, I can apply my second coat of Pollux after very lightly scuffing the surface with an ultra-fine abrasive pad just to remove any dust nibs. The second coat is applied the same as the first. After both coats are dry, I'll come back and burnish the surface with a clean white pad. Here you can see the difference between the Osmo and the Shellac. The Osmo is on your left, the Shellac is on your right. Typically, I give a clear hint on my next video, but this is all I'm giving. Feel free to take a guess as to what it will be in the comments below.